Welcome to Serene Sleep Journeys. I'm Mia. If you've enjoyed my channel, I invite you to take a moment to subscribe. Tonight's story is called The Secret of the Ancient Chamber, the harmonious song of dragons and humans. In this mysterious continent, when night falls, the stars twinkle and cast a faint silver glow. The moonlight covered the earth like a soft ribbon, making everything appear peaceful and mysterious. This is a world coexisting with giant dragons. But in the dark night, a crisis hidden under this quiet veil is quietly brewing. Arnold, a young soldier, stood alone on the edge of an abandoned city. His eyes were bright and clear, revealing his exploration and determination in this war-torn continent. Next to him, a majestic war dragon named Dylan spread its wings as if to carve out a territory for them in the starry sky. The city was once a symbol of human prosperity, but the smoke of war turned it into ruins. Arnold's eyes swept over the ruins of the city, the pain of loss welling up in his heart. Late at night, he felt a strange smell coming from afar, an uneasiness that made him shudder. Suddenly, a breeze blew by, and there was a faint sound of scales rubbing among the ruins of the city. Arnold turned around alertly and found several small, restless dragons approaching quietly. These creatures that once coexisted peacefully with humans now appear unusual, with a fanatical and unfamiliar light shining in their eyes. Dylan sensed these strange dragons, and there was a trace of disgust in his huge dragon eyes. Arnold decided not to let these manic dragons destroy the tranquility of the night. He and Dylan had a tacit understanding and charged at the dragons at the same time. Arnold waved the weapon in his hand, echoing Dylan's roar like a symphony in the night. As the battle broke out, the dust in the ruins of the city was stirred up, and strange lights and shadows shone under the stars. Arnold and Dylan turned into guardians of the night and fought fiercely with these manic dragons. In this ruined night, their presence became a symbol of hope, emitting a faint but firm light for the coexistence of humans and dragons. During the battle, Arnold experienced a deep understanding with Dylan. Every movement was as smooth and powerful as a heartbeat, as if they had transcended master and servant and become one body. This battle also became the mark of Arnold and Dylan's tacit understanding and the beginning of mutual trust. However, in the tranquility of the night, they still felt an uneasy atmosphere, which was the brewing of war conspiracy. As night falls, the moonlight casts a soft silver glow on the distant mountains. Arnold and Dylan travel through abandoned cities and into streets forgotten by time and war. The desolate buildings were bathed in the moonlight, looking dilapidated and lonely. Walking through the ruins of the city, Arnold noticed some remaining traces. In the streets, he found abandoned books, statues, and paintings, as if they were witnesses to the ruins. Every remaining cultural heritage tells of the past glory, and this makes Arnold even more deeply aware of the cruelty of war. Dylan's dragon eyes cast a deep gaze, like a mythical beast that penetrates time. It walked quietly among the ruins. Its deep breathing coming from its nose seemed to be searching for some unusual breath. Arnold followed Dylan, filled with curiosity about the unknown. On the edge of the city, they encountered a group of surviving humans. These people live in the shadows, watching Arnold and Dylan with immature eyes and seemed to be wary of the outside world. Arnold felt helpless. The ruins seemed to make people lose trust in the outside world. Dylan's dragon wings flapped slightly, and there was a faint sound of wind raising the dust in the ruins. Arnold realized that their arrival had caused uneasiness in the small group. This atmosphere of distrust made Arnold feel helpless. He knew that the process of rebuilding trust would be long and difficult. Continuing through the streets of the city, Arnold discovers an ancient library, its walls covered with ancient runes and patterns. In this quiet night, Arnold felt a mysterious power emanating from the library. Dylan also looked extremely alert, with a strange light shining in his dragon eyes. As they entered the depths of the library, a mysterious aura filled the air. Arnold realized that this might be the key to their search for clues. However, in the stillness of the night, they discovered some unusual runes that seemed to be traces of some forgotten magic. This arouses their vigilance and plunges them into a more complicated mystery. The tranquility of the night is broken by this mysterious library, and a secret conflict is about to begin. As Arnold and Dylan are involved, their journey becomes more complicated and confusing, and this night of ruins will also witness more unknown mysteries. The moonlight shines on the abandoned city like a veil. Dylan's dragon shadow looks solemn and majestic in the quiet night sky, as if it is the guardian of the night. Arnold and Dylan continue their journey through the deserted streets toward the heart of the war, the Shadow Lord's castle. They passed through dark mountains, and there was a dull and mysterious atmosphere in the air. In this desolate land, Arnold felt a strange pressure, as if the entire land was sending a warning to them. Dylan's dragon eyes also reflected deep uneasiness. Along the way, Arnold encounters a band of wanderers dispersed by the war. These once prosperous caravans have now become wanderers, their eyes full of anxiety about their unknown fate. Dylan sensed the uneasiness in their hearts, which seemed to be closely related to the restlessness in this land. In front of the castle, they discover a band of followers of the Shadow Lord, a group of evil mages and warriors. The team was patrolling along the mountains and seemed to be aware of Arnold and Dylan's presence. A quiet and dangerous chase begins. Arnold and Dylan must cleverly avoid this team of pursuers and go deep behind enemy lines. Under cover of night, they hid in the shadows of the mountains, looking for an opportunity to gain access to the castle. The pursuing mages cast dark spells, trying to sense the location of Arnold and Dylan. But guided by Dylan's wisdom, Arnold cleverly eludes their search. Deep in the mountains, they discover a narrow and steep path that leads to the castle's hidden entrance. This is a forgotten passage, hidden in the mountains, only discovered by those who know the terrain well. Arnold realized that this might be their best route deeper into the castle. However, just as they were about to enter the hidden entrance, a strong gust of wind blew by, blowing Arnold's cloak. At this moment, they were noticed by their pursuers. A fierce chase broke out. Arnold and Dylan skillfully avoided the attacks of their pursuers on the narrow mountain road. In the depths of the night, the valley echoed with the roar of dragons and the collision of spells, creating a tense scene. Arnold and Dylan's tacit cooperation allowed them to skillfully shuttle through the darkness of the night, maintaining a slight advantage. This small conflict adds a sense of urgency to the story and pushes their journey into an even more dangerous abyss. Deep into the Shadow Lord's territory, Arnold and Dylan reached the top of the castle. This is a solemn and mysterious building, standing on the top of the mountain like a giant beast in the night, its shadow covering the entire earth. The moonlight penetrates the clouds and shines on the castle spires, forming a mysterious halo. The gates of the castle were closed and seemed impenetrable. Arnold and Dylan traveled through the castle's perimeter, exploring possible entrances. This castle seemed to have a life of its own, with ancient runes carved on the walls. Dylan's dragon eyes wandered among these runes, seeming to sense the power hidden deep in the castle. In the tranquility of the night, a faint and eerie spell came from the castle, as if to warn them. Arnold gradually realized that everything in the castle was carefully designed by the Shadow Lord, and a more complex trial was about to begin. They discover a forgotten door in the castle, leading to unknown depths. Dylan's dragon wings fluttered slightly, floated up, and passed silently over the castle wall. Arnold took a deep breath and followed Dylan through the mysterious door. Inside the castle, Arnold felt a powerful dark force. The candlelight in the corridor flickered, reflecting the Shadow Lord's symbol, seeming to announce his presence. They traverse a labyrinthine series of corridors and rooms, each step feeling like they are traveling through a maze of time. Finally, they arrived at the core area of the castle, a huge ceremonial hall. In the center of the hall, the Shadow Lord stood, wearing a black robe with a deep and mysterious face. In his hand, he held a staff that shone with evil light, as if it was absorbing all the life force around him. Arnold and Dylan face off against the Shadow Lord, and there's a lot of tension between them. Suddenly, a group of dark creatures emerged from the shadows in the hall. They were condensed by the Shadow Lord's magic, as if they were his guards. Arnold and Dylan face a fierce conflict with these dark forces, while the Shadow Lord looks on. In this night's decisive battle, Arnold felt the powerful and evil power of the Shadow Lord. Their battle was like a fierce opera on the stage, with every swing causing ripples in the darkness. Dylan's dragon wings danced in the air and roared mightily, as if to tear apart the dark curtain. However, in this decisive battle, the power of the Shadow Lord gradually showed an irresistible trend. Arnold felt deeply under pressure, and they needed to find a way to break through. Otherwise, they would not be able to defeat this evil force. The moment of decisive battle also means that everything will reach the most critical moment. The after images of the decisive battle still echoed in the hall, and the figures of Arnold and Dylan drifted away deep in the castle. The tranquility of the night envelopes this mysterious continent, and the stars dot the curtain of the night like thousands of eyes watching everything quietly. In this silent night, they felt a kind of peace that they had not seen for a long time. Traveling through the ruins of the castle, they discover a forgotten garden. This was once a beautiful oasis, but now it was destroyed by the war, leaving some lonely flowers swaying in the night wind. Arnold felt a deep respect for the abandoned garden, as if it were a witness to a bygone time. Continuing forward, they came to the castle tower. From the top of the tower, you can have a panoramic view of the entire continent. Mountains, rivers, and rivers are looming in the night, and the land under the starry sky is peaceful and ancient. Dylan's dragon eyes sparkled with attachment to this land, as if he felt a power that resonated with them. However, the quiet night did not calm everything down. Suddenly, a dark whirlwind rose up, and a powerful dark energy surged in the ruins of the castle. This energy condensed into a shadow-like human figure, and that was the phantom of the Shadow Lord. Arnold and Dylan faced this sudden dark phantom and felt an evil force hovering among them. This is not the real Shadow Lord, but a part of his remaining power in the castle, which seems to still be trying to stop them from moving forward. The decisive battle broke out again, and the ruins of the castle were filled with a dark atmosphere. Arnold and Dylan struggled against the phantom, but every attack seemed to hit the void. The presence of the phantom made the atmosphere in the entire castle tense and dull, as if a more dangerous test was about to come. In this ruined night, the combined power of Arnold and Dylan finally defeated the remaining phantom of the Shadow Lord. The dark whirlwind dissipated, and tranquility returned to the ruins of the castle. Arnold took a deep breath and watched the phantom in the night fade away. The tranquility of the night fell again, and the earth under the starry sky seemed to announce that everything was over. Arnold and Dylan stood at the top of the castle, overlooking this ancient and mysterious land. In these ruins, they not only defeated their enemies, but also defeated their inner fears. Peace and hope have returned to this mysterious continent. Arnold and Dylan have become legendary heroes, and their stories will be told and inspire countless brave people to pursue peace and hope. On this night, they became the most glorious legend in this land. Arnold and Dylan paused for a moment at the top of the castle to feel the tranquility of the night. The mountains in the distance are pale and silent in the moonlight, as if they are the guardians of the earth. The starry sky is bright and shining with ancient, mysterious light, adding a mysterious atmosphere to this land. However, just as they were about to leave, a breeze blew by, and they were greeted by a strange smell. Arnold and Dylan stared ahead alertly as a group of figures in black robes suddenly appeared at the top of the castle. Their faces were shrouded in darkness and difficult to discern, but their demeanor revealed an unfamiliar and hostile atmosphere. Dylan's dragon eyes flashed with alertness, as if he sensed something unusual about this group of strangers. Arnold clenched the weapon in his hand, preparing for a possible conflict. The tranquility of the night seemed to be broken by this sudden atmosphere, and a tense and dignified atmosphere filled the top of the castle. The group of men in black robes began to walk towards Arnold and Dylan with firm and orderly steps. In the moonlight, their faces were still obscured by darkness, and Arnold could not distinguish their identities. An unfamiliar confrontation begins, with both sides observing each other's movements, even as the silence of the night still lingers around them. At this uneasy moment, a man in black robe suddenly raised his staff and released a powerful magic. A wave of dark energy rushed towards Arnold and Dylan, instantly tearing the air apart and carrying an evil smell. Dylan's dragon wings vibrated, protecting Arnold behind him, and they faced this sudden conflict. In the dark night, the collision of fire and magic is like a fight in the flames. Arnold and Dylan tried their best to resist the evil power released by the man in black robe, while the man in black robe showed extraordinary strength in the bursts of darkness. The sparks of this conflict burst into the night sky, illuminating the entire peak of the castle as if it were day. With the fierce collision of magic, the tranquility of the night was broken, and the starlight seemed to be eclipsed by this battle. Arnold and Dylan felt a mist-like power. This group of strangers seemed to come with some purpose, and they must deal with this sudden challenge with all their strength. In this night's conflict, Arnold and Dylan will face more powerful and mysterious enemies, and new challenges will make the entire story more tense. Can they defeat this mysterious force and let peace and hope continue on this mysterious continent? This is an unknown proposition, and the mystery of the night keeps spreading. Night enveloped the peak of the castle, and the stars twinkled brightly in the silent night sky. Arnold and Dylan were still fighting fiercely with the group of men in black robes. In the bursts of conflict, they felt the breath of darkness intertwined with evil magic, making the tranquility of the night seem to be torn apart. The strange people in black robes showed powerful and cunning fighting skills. Their figures shuttled through the night like nocturnal ghosts. Dylan's dragon eyes revealed a trace of deep worry, as if he was aware of the more mysterious power behind this conflict. Among the ruins at the top of the castle, a burst of mysterious runes began to emerge. These runes exude a dark light, seeming to be an ancient and forbidden magic. Arnold felt an unusual power, which seemed to be a long dormant, mysterious power in this land, awakened by this night's conflict. As the conflict escalates, dark energy begins to gather toward Arnold and Dylan. They felt that the energy flowing in their bodies seemed to be affected by a mysterious force, and this feeling made the tranquility of the entire night deeper and deeper. Darkness and light intertwine in this ruins, forming an unpredictable power struggle. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the night. This is a seemingly ordinary but mysterious figure. He holds an ancient staff, and his eyes reveal a deep and ancient wisdom. This mysterious figure walked towards Arnold and Dylan as if telling an ancient legend. The people in black robes felt the arrival of this mysterious figure and seemed to be in awe of him. In the silence of the night, this mysterious figure releases a powerful force to confront the dark energy. The air in the ruins seemed to freeze, and two powerful forces violently collided in the night sky, causing shocking power fluctuations. In this ruined night, a more profound conflict unfolds. Mysterious forces intertwined with dark forces, and Arnold and Dylan became witnesses of this conflict. The tranquility of the night seems to be listening to an ancient story, but the final chapter of this story is still hidden in the dark mystery. The tranquility of the night enveloped the castle ruins, and the stars shone like diamonds in the black night sky. The remains in the ruins exude an ancient and silent atmosphere, as if they are memories of the earth. Arnold and Dylan are still watching the mysterious conflict, and the silence of the night makes everything even more mysterious. With the intervention of a mysterious figure, the dark energy was gradually suppressed, and the magical fluctuations in the night sky gradually subsided. However, as the dark power dissipates, a hidden passage in the ruins is revealed. There is an ancient and forbidden atmosphere permeating the passage, as if it leads to a forgotten realm. Arnold and Dylan felt a mysterious force guiding them into this passage. Passing through the dim passage, they came to a secret room forgotten by time. There are ancient scrolls and mysterious instruments in the secret room, and the walls are covered with ancient runes, telling an unknown story. In the center of the secret room, an ancient statue caught their attention. The eyes of the statue reveal a deep and ancient wisdom, as if guarding the secrets of this land. Arnold and Dylan realize that here lies the truth about the origin of the continent and the mystery of the dragon. However, in this ancient secret room, an unknown atmosphere suddenly emerged. The figures of mysterious figures appear in the shadows of the secret room. Their purpose seems not to reveal the truth, but to keep this ancient secret. A tacit confrontation unfolded under the night, and the ancient statues seemed to tell ancient fates between them. The forces of darkness surged again, and the tranquility of the night was broken. In this ancient secret room, Arnold and Dylan felt a mysterious danger, as if the truth hidden deep in this land was about to touch the depths of their hearts. They will uncover the mystery of the continent this night, but can the truth bring everything back to tranquility, or will it bring deeper conflicts and challenges? In the silence of the night, a more ancient and powerful mystery is about to be revealed. In the ancient secret chamber, dark forces and mysterious figures form a delicate balance. Arnold and Dylan were immersed in this space full of mysterious runes and ancient wisdom. They could feel the pulse of the land, as if all this was a destiny given by nature. The mysterious figure revealed an ancient legend to Arnold and Dylan, telling the mystery of the creation of the continent and the fateful bond between dragons and humans. They understood that the surge of dark power was to protect this ancient secret and prevent humans and dragons from falling into an unnecessary war again. The tranquility of the night seems to be the Earth's response to this story, engraved in memory. In the final conflict, the mysterious power gradually dissipates, and the stars in the night shine brightly again. The ancient secret room slept in tranquility, and Arnold and Dylan walked out of it, feeling inner peace and relief. They have become the guardians of this continent, passing on the mission of peace. Back at the top of the castle, Arnold looked up at the night sky, the stars reflecting in his eyes. Dylan's dragon wings spread out, as if he was about to fly into the abyss of the universe. The fates of humans and dragons are intertwined again on this night, forming a harmonious and far-reaching picture. The night breeze blew Arnold's hair away. He stared into the distance, his heart full of expectations for the future. Although the story on this continent has experienced twists and turns, its ending is a new beginning. The tranquility of the night gradually swallows up the story, and the readers fall asleep as the story ends, welcoming a night full of peace and hope. Welcome to Serene Sleep Journeys. I'm Mia. If you've enjoyed my channel, I invite you to take a moment to subscribe. Tonight's story is called Quiet Journey. Late at night, the moonlight casts a silvery glow in the quiet valley, illuminating the trajectory of a small train. Outside the car window, the quiet mountains and rivers loomed in the night, like a peaceful and mysterious picture. The small train moves lightly and slowly, as if filled with soft music. Inside the carriage, passengers sat quietly on soft seats, contrasting with the moonlight. Everyone is wrapped in a warm feeling and immersed in their own thoughts. Some people close their eyes and feel the tranquility of the night. Some people stare out the window and get lost in the silence of the valley. The small train gradually slows down, like a gentle guide, waking the passengers up from their dreamy contemplation. Finally, it stopped on a small platform, and the moonlight shone on the passengers through the windows, like a warm blanket. The carriage door opened gently, and a fresh night breeze came in with a faint fragrance of flowers. Passengers got up one after another, stretched their tired bodies, stepped out of the carriage, and found themselves in a mysterious and quiet station. Surrounded by forests and dotted with stars, it feels like you are in a fairyland. Their eyes wandered around, seeing the dense trees and hearing the rustle of the leaves in the night wind. From the deep valley, distant birds can be heard singing, and the chirping of insects interweaves into a melodious symphony. The air on the platform is filled with natural fragrance, making people feel like they have entered a dreamy wonderland. A conductor walked up to the passengers, smiled, and waved, inviting them to follow him on an unknown path. The conductor was a slender young man with a mysterious light in his eyes, which made people feel reassured and trustworthy. At this dark station, a magical night is about to unfold, and passengers will find peace of mind on this wonderful journey on the night train. Under the guidance of the conductor, the passengers passed through a deep forest. The night light among the trees shone on them through the dense leaves, like a faint fairy light. There were soft pine needles on the path, making a gentle sound, as if the earth was welcoming them. As they walked towards the front, passengers felt the magical charm of the night. The moonlight shines through the treetops, casting mottled shadows, outlining a mysterious picture in the night. The wind blows the leaves, making a melodious rustle sound, just like nature's accompaniment to this wonderful journey at night. A breeze blew by, bringing with it the scent of flowers. Passengers immediately felt physically and mentally relaxed, as if they had entered a mysterious wonderland. They witnessed the dazzling fireflies among the trees and the stars blooming in the night sky like pearls in the sky, shining with a faint and peaceful light. Finally, they came to a small and exquisite train station. There are only weak lights on the platform, making the whole space look even more mysterious. The conductor said softly, "Welcome to this mysterious station. This is your destination tonight." They saw a quiet scene beside the platform, with only the roar of the train and the whisper of the night wind, as if nature was quietly moving. Tells an unknown story. Although this small stop is inconspicuous, it carries all the mystery of a wonderful journey late at night. In this quiet and mysterious environment, passengers began to feel the relaxation and tranquility of their souls, as if they were about to merge into the embrace of nature and welcome this night journey full of miracles. At the entrance of the small station, passengers followed the conductor on a winding path. The trees beside the road seemed to be guardians, quietly guiding them in the direction. The stars in the night sky are like beacons, illuminating the way forward for this mysterious journey. The path winds up, and the trees in the distance cast mottled shadows, forming a beautiful picture of light and shadow. The breeze blew by, and the leaves made a gentle rustling sound, as if nature played a peaceful melody for them. This kind of tranquility is not loneliness, but a harmonious calm that makes people feel extremely comfortable. Passengers traveled through this deep forest and felt the vitality and mystery of nature. In the dim light of night, small creatures among the trees become active, and the chirping of insects and frogs intertwine like a symphony of nature. As the path gradually extended, they came to a small train station. This site is like a corner forgotten by time, with only the roar of the train and the whisper of the night wind conveying a deep tranquility. The conductor led the passengers to stop in front of the platform. He pointed around and said, "Dear passengers, this is your destination tonight. Please relax here, enjoy the beauty of nature, and forget all your worries and stress." The passengers nodded gratefully and entered a small room next to the platform. In this small train station, time seems to have stood still. Everyone found a comfortable bed, and outside the window was a quiet night scenery. They lay down and felt the cool night breeze. The roar of the train was like a melodious lullaby, gently leading them into a peaceful and beautiful dreamland. In this mysterious place, passengers gradually merge into the embrace of nature, yearning for a night of peace and tranquility. In that small train station, passengers were enveloped in tranquility, as if they were in a dreamy corner, gently cared for by nature. Every bed in the small room is soft and down-like, making people feel warm and secure. Outside the window is a quiet and peaceful night. The moonlight shines through the gaps in the leaves, casting mottled light and shadow, as if nature created a unique light and shadow show for this special night. The flowers and plants on the platform swayed in the breeze, emitting a faint fragrance. Passengers found peace in this tranquil environment. They lay on the bed, their bodies gradually sinking into the soft mattress, feeling the tranquility and relief coming from nature. This small train station seems to have become a bridge between nature and people's hearts, bringing a spiritual stretch to every passenger. Outside the window, the roar of the train and the sound of the night wind intertwined into a gentle symphony, bringing dreamy music to the sleeping passengers. Their minds calmed down in this beautiful night, and they felt the complete relaxation of their bodies and minds. The lights on the platform gradually dimmed, leaving only a faint glow. Everyone closes their eyes and begins to enter a wonderful dream. The gift of nature is the most precious gift of this night. Every passenger found a deep sense of satisfaction in this tranquility. Gradually, the entire small train station fell into silence. The gift of nature becomes a beautiful memory in everyone's heart, bringing them a magical and peaceful night's sleep. As night falls, the atmosphere of the small train station becomes increasingly peaceful and peaceful. Passengers lay peacefully on their beds, feeling the coolness of the night and the faint moonlight, as if they were surrounded by the solace of nature. Outside the window, the shadows of the trees are dancing. The breeze is blowing. Everything is like a dream. The roar of the train became a gentle lullaby, melodious and peaceful. Every roar is like a whisper of nature, gently calling every passenger to sleep. The lights on the platform gradually dimmed, casting a dreamy veil over the entire space. The scenery outside the window gradually fades into the night, with the moonlight shining on the treetops and the stars like guardian angels, watching all of this quietly. The small flowers and plants on the platform sway gently in the breeze, exuding a light fragrance, bringing a refreshing pleasure to the sleeping passengers. Passengers close their eyes and feel the tranquility brought by deep breathing. Their minds gradually calmed down, and with gentle breathing, they entered a wonderful dream. Everyone is immersed in this quiet and warm night, and the beauty of nature turns into a picture in a dream. The small train station gradually became quiet, with only the faint sound of night wind and the chirping of insects in the distance intertwined to form a melodious night song. Every passenger finds peace of mind and comfort in this tranquility. The process of falling asleep is like a gentle edification, allowing them to float freely in the ocean of dreams. The warm and peaceful night becomes a sanctuary for everyone's soul. Along with the roar of the train, the passengers bathed in the tranquility of the night and began a beautiful dream journey. In this dreamy wonderland, they will find the habitat of their souls and spend a peaceful and sweet night. In this mysterious and quiet small train station, passengers bathed in the moonlight on comfortable beds and gradually fell into deep sleep. The quietness of the night is permeated around the small station, as if nature has weaved a beautiful dream for everyone. The scenery outside the window unfolds like a scroll, and the moonlight shines on the leaves, reflecting unique and soft light and shadow. Stars twinkled in the night sky, dotting the tranquil sky. The gentle breeze blowing among the trees takes away the fatigue of the day and brings tranquility and relief to the sleeping passengers. The lights of the small train station gradually dimmed in the night, leaving only a faint glow, like a soft, dreamy lantern. The small flowers and plants on the platform swayed quietly, injecting a quiet and elegant beauty into the whole night. Passengers lay on their beds and soaked in the tranquility of the night. Their breathing gradually stabilized and their bodies relaxed completely. The dream fell gently like a curtain, leading them into a phantom wonderland. In the dream, they walked through the forest and walked on the silvery path. Fantasy flowers bloom around them, releasing their heady fragrance. Melodious music came from the trees, as if nature was playing a beautiful nocturne for them. Passengers are integrated with nature in their dreams and feel the unique pleasure in dreams. Their minds were relaxed and peaceful in this dreamland, and the beauty of the night continued to bloom in their dreams. As the night deepens, everyone enters a unique and beautiful dreamland. The light of the small train station is like a warm guide, guiding every passenger into this dream journey. In this quiet night, the fantasy in their dreams will become a beautiful and warm memory deep in their hearts. In this quiet and mysterious night, the dream gradually fades away, and the passengers seem to be wandering on the edge of their dreams. The night outside the window gradually faded, and the moonlight filled every corner of the small train station, marking the beginning of a new day. The flowers and plants on the platform wake up in the morning breeze, exuding fresh fragrance. The gentle breeze brings the calmness of the night, gently conveying a peaceful and beautiful atmosphere to every passenger. The roar of the train became soft and melodious, like farewell music, waking every passenger from their dreams. Passengers slowly opened their eyes when they woke up from this dream. The lights of the small train station gradually brightened, reflecting the warm scene on the platform. They felt the tranquility of the morning, and their hearts seemed to be slowly awakening in this gentle time. The scenery outside the window shows a new side in the morning light. The birds in the trees sang happily, and the frogs and insects at night quietly receded, playing a natural symphony in the morning. The small flowers and plants on the platform look more vibrant under the moisture of morning dew. The conductor walked by and greeted every passenger with a smile. They responded gratefully, as if when they woke up, they not only received a beautiful dream, but also a fresh and peaceful morning. The little train left this mysterious station and embarked on a new journey. The passengers sat in the carriage with a happy mood and looked back at the small station left behind. The beauty in the dream will gradually fade away, but the feeling of tranquility and peace of mind will accompany them and become their spiritual sustenance for the new day. When they woke up, they ushered in a fresh and beautiful morning, and their souls were beautifully nourished in this peaceful night. As the train moves into the distance, every passenger is grateful and looking forward to unknown miracles and new dreams. This small train station became a unique and heartwarming chapter in their spiritual journey. As the small train travels across the distance, the passengers slowly fall into sleep. The roar of the train and the whisper of the night wind interweave into a melodious lullaby, gently wrapping every soul immersed in dreams. The world in the dream is a peaceful lake with ripples under the moonlight. On this dreamy stage, passengers float freely and merge with the fantastic scenery in their dreams. The sounds of nature and the embellishment of stars have become beautiful companions in their dreams. In this quiet night, passengers gradually forget the fatigue of the day and let their minds fly in dreams. The small train moves gently, accompanied by the melody of dreams, bringing everyone into a magical and tranquil place. The story of falling asleep found a happy ending in this quiet night. The dream is like a gorgeous picture, gently unfolding, bringing every passenger into a beautiful world. As the train traveled through dreams, they entered a deep and peaceful sleep in tranquility. The train gently left the dreamy station, facing the new dawn and leaving the night full of mystery and warmth. The story of falling asleep ends quietly in the dream, leaving only peace and sweetness, waiting for the next beautiful dream to come. The peaceful and quiet night becomes a haven for every passenger's soul, leading them into a beautiful and peaceful night dream. Welcome to Serene Sleep Journeys. I'm Mia. If you've enjoyed my channel, I invite you to take a moment to subscribe. Tonight's story is called Quiet Night at Dream Beach. At this moment of nightfall, a mysterious and quiet beach appears in front of you. The moonlight shines on the boundless sea, and the waves are sparkling like silver waves dancing in the embrace of the night. The fine sand on the beach is softly illuminated by the moonlight, exuding a faint silver glow, as if it is the gentle embrace of the earth and the sky. The waves lap gently on the beach, making a melodious and gentle sound. Every surge is a dreamy symphony, conveying the tranquility of the night to every inch of the beach. In the distance, bright stars hang in the sky. They are like shining diamonds, dotting the deep blue of the night sky. During this peaceful moment, a warm and magical creature appears on the beach. Perhaps a small dolphin with shining silver scales, or a mysterious fairy with moon wings. They emit a warm glow in the night, bringing a mysterious and peaceful atmosphere to the entire beach. Under the moonlight, the coconut trees on the beach swayed their green leaves and made a melodious rustling sound. The breeze blew by, bringing a touch of salty sea breeze, gently caressing every grain of sand bathed in the moonlight. The entire beach seems to be a peaceful and mysterious fairyland, opening a door to a dreamy night for readers. It was a moonlit night, and a beach story full of mystery and tranquility began. Following the narrative, readers enter this magical sea under the night and feel the peace and tranquility deep in their souls. In this quiet night, the protagonist continues his adventure on the moonlight beach. There are slight footprints left on the beach, like a lyrical journey in a poem. The magical partner is a little turtle full of wisdom. Its shell is inlaid with star patterns and shines faintly. The little turtle leads the protagonist across the sand dunes and through a deep coconut forest. The coconut trees swayed gently in the night wind, and the rustling sound filled the night sky. The moonlight passed through the gaps in the treetops and sprinkled on the ground, forming mottled silver spots. The protagonist feels the magic of nature, as if he is in a fairyland full of mystery and tranquility. After passing through the coconut forest, they came to a magical seaside garden. Under the moonlight, all kinds of gorgeous flowers bloom with colorful light. Bees fly among the flowers, exuding sweet floral fragrance. The protagonist and the little turtle were immersed in this sea of flowers and felt the tranquility and beauty when the flowers bloomed. The sound of the waves at night seems to turn into a gentle lullaby as the little turtle leads the protagonist on a walk along the beach. The stars twinkled in the night sky, as if lighting the way for their night journey. This warm adventure makes the protagonist's mind more peaceful, as if he has found his spiritual home in the embrace of nature. In this night adventure, a deeper tacit understanding is established between the magical companion and the protagonist, becoming an inseparable part of the night journey. They enjoyed the gifts of nature together and felt the beautiful blend of tranquility and friendship. The whole story is like a beautiful dream, gently leading readers into a peaceful and comfortable place. In the tenderness of the night, the protagonist and the little turtle crossed the sea of flowers and entered a deep forest. The moonlight between the trees shines through the leaves, creating a mysterious and peaceful atmosphere. The ground under your feet is covered with soft moss, as if it were a comfortable road paved by nature for travelers. In this magical forest of flowers, the protagonist discovers an ancient pavilion hidden among vines. The pavilion is surrounded by strange flowers that emit a faint fragrance. The petals shimmered in the moonlight, like stars dotting the night sky. The protagonist and the little turtle found some ancient books in the pavilion, and the pages recorded the wisdom of nature and the peaceful state of mind. They bathed in this sea of flowers and felt the soothing fragrance of the flowers, as if their souls had found a moment of tranquility in this wonderful night. The night wind gently blew through the sea of flowers, taking away the protagonist's fatigue and worries. The fragrance of flowers gradually spreads, filling every corner of my heart. The moonlight passes through the gaps between the flowers and leaves, casting mottled light spots, just like nature's gentle way of combing the soul. In this sea of flowers at night, the protagonist and the little turtle feel a deep peace. They sat in the pavilion and looked at the faint fluorescence in the sea of flowers, as if nature was playing peaceful music for them. The whole night is so poetic and picturesque that the soul is intoxicated by the fragrance of flowers and the moonlight and enters a wonderful dreamland. This is a spiritual journey at night. The protagonist and the little turtle find spiritual solace in the sea of flowers at night. Through delicate description, the story presents readers with a picture full of tranquility and beauty, providing a warm refuge for the soul before falling asleep. As the night progressed, the protagonist and the little turtle left the forest of flowers and headed towards the depths of the beach. The moonlight is like a layer of silver gauze gently draped on the waves, sparkling. The fine sand on the beach has been washed clean by the waves, like a thin piece of silver satin. On this quiet beach, the protagonist discovers a hut made of shells and coral. The windows of the hut face the sea, and through the windows, you can see the stars surging on the sea. The sea breeze blew through the windows, carrying the fresh smell of seawater and permeating the entire cabin. The protagonist and the little turtle walked into the hut and found some wonderful musical instruments placed in the house. There was a guitar, a violin, and a light bagpipe. On this night, they decided to play a dreamy sound for a beach night together. The protagonist gently plucks the strings of the guitar. The little turtle touches the bow of the violin, and the notes float in the air. The crashing sound of the waves seems to blend with the rhythm of the musical instruments, weaving together a dreamy symphony. In this wonderful music, the night becomes quieter and the stars shine brighter. The music faded away, and the sound of the waves gradually quieted down. The protagonist and the little turtle sat quietly in the hut, looking at the end of the sea. The stars in the distance seemed to be applauding this musical performance, and the sky revealed a profound tranquility. This is a night full of music and dancing with the waves. The protagonist and the little turtle express the tranquility deep in the soul through music. The tranquility of the night becomes even more profound when accompanied by music, creating a soft and dreamy atmosphere for readers, guiding them gradually into the depths of dreamland. As the music faded away, the protagonist and the little turtle decided to walk out of the hut and walk on the starlit beach. The stars in the night sky are like twinkling diamonds, bright and quiet, as if they are precious gems embellished by nature for this night. On the beach, they felt the softness of the fine sand on the beach, and there was a slight rustling sound under their feet. The breeze blows, and the stars in the night sky shine on the waves, forming a silvery sheen. The protagonist and the little turtle began a spiritual dance, as if they were guided by the stars. Their dance is light and free, as if they are one with the power of nature. The starlight fell on them like a layer of gentle feathers, gently wrapping them. The sound of the waves accompanied their dance steps like a natural song, guiding them deep into the depths of their souls. On the beach at night, the protagonist's dance with the little turtle attracts a pod of dolphins. The dolphins jump in the waves, echoing the protagonist's dance steps. This is a feast for the soul in the ocean. Every jump is like a tribute to the night sky, filling the entire beach with a joyful atmosphere. Slowly, the dance stopped, and the protagonist sat on the beach with the little turtles and dolphins, quietly admiring the starry sky. The stars twinkled in the night sky, seeming to light up the stage for this wonderful dance performance. The tranquility of the night becomes deeper after dancing, like a cup of warm milk tea, slowly warming every heart. This is a spiritual dance under the starry sky. The protagonist and the little turtle release their deepest joy in the embrace of nature. Through detailed description, the story brings readers into a peaceful and beautiful night, drawing a warm ending to their journey of falling asleep under the stars. After the dance, the hero and the turtle quietly walked back to the cabin. The fine sand on the beach fluttered gently in the night wind, and the starlight fell on them like water droplets. The windows of the hut shone with soft light, like a warm beacon, guiding them in the direction of home. They entered the cabin and found some soft blankets and comfy pillows laid out inside. In the corner of the cabin, there's an ancient book which records the wonder of nature and the peace of mind. The protagonist lies on the bed with the little turtle, feeling the tranquility of the night. The stars outside the window seemed to be weaving a sheet of dreams for them. The moonlight shines through the curtains, casting a faint light and shadow. The little turtle gently closed its eyes, and the protagonist slowly fell asleep. The whole cabin is filled with a peaceful atmosphere, as if it is a dream harbor created by nature for them. On this peaceful night, the protagonist and the little turtle entered a wonderful dreamland accompanied by the stars. In the dream, there's a boundless sea of flowers, melodious waves, dancing dolphins, and the dance of the soul under the starry sky. They bathed in the warmth of dreams and felt the magic and beauty of nature. As the night progressed, the entire cabin was immersed in silence. The sound of the waves and the whisper of the stars intertwine into a beautiful nocturne, leading the protagonist and the little turtle's souls into the depths of their dreams. This is a peaceful and warm ending, allowing readers to feel tranquility and joy at the end of the story and enter a dreamlike world. Slowly, the night becomes darker and the stars are picturesque. In the harbor of dreams, the protagonist and the little turtle are immersed in a peaceful sleep, spending a beautiful night with nature. This is an ending full of tranquility and sweet dreams, which provides readers with a deep spiritual comfort and guides them into a peaceful dreamland. Welcome to Serene Sleep Journeys. I'm Mia. If you've enjoyed my channel, I invite you to take a moment to subscribe. Tonight's story is called Athens Night. In the cozy town of Athens, the moonlight shines like the Milky Way on the ancient streets. This small town is protected by the nearby Acropolis, making it appear peaceful and mysterious. Monroe, a black and white kitten, sat on the windowsill and stared at the night sky. Her pupils shone with the light of stars, as if she were telling a dream. Monroe's heartbeat was intertwined with the breeze at night, and she was eager to explore the world at night. While strolling through the streets, she discovered a tree-lined path flanked by ancient buildings that quietly told stories of the past. The moonlight shines on the Acropolis, outlining the outline of the building, as if time has settled here. Monroe walked through this ancient corner and felt the depth of history. Every stone seemed to record thousands of years of tranquility. She jumped up a pile of ancient stone steps, and the texture of the stone steps left a slight touch between the tips of her claws. The kitten's paws stepped on the marble of the Acropolis, feeling the cool touch. The night wind blew through her hair, giving her a comfortable breeze. She came to the edge of the Acropolis and overlooked the entire town, which was quiet and mysterious. Monroe looked into the distance from the heights of the city. The stars in the distance were as bright as twinkling diamonds. The mountains in the distance are looming in the night, giving people a dreamlike feeling. The lights of the city exude a soft glow, reflecting on the ancient buildings, creating a peaceful and beautiful picture. Monroe wandered on the Acropolis, her eyes staring at the distant starry sky, as if she was talking to the universe. This night, the kitten felt that he and the whole world were immersed in a peaceful dream. Her mind was soothed by the stillness of the night and opened to new adventures. As she set sail this night, Monroe's mood was as full of mystery and warmth as the ancient buildings in the town. She embarked on a wonderful adventure, and the entire Athens night became more beautiful and peaceful under her gaze. Monroe wandered away from the Acropolis. She followed a stone path and found a door leading to a mysterious world. As the door opened, a soft glow fell upon her fur, and the kitten felt a sense of divine protection. She came to an ancient garden, which was full of life, and the plants seemed to be whispering ancient legends. Monroe noticed a group of small animals playing happily in the garden. There was a little squirrel jumping on the treetops, and a butterfly dancing among the flowers. The garden is their secret gathering place, full of friendship and laughter. The kitten became close friends with these little animals. They chased colorful butterflies and rolled on the green grass together. In this garden, Monroe felt a strange warmth, as if time had slowed down here. The flowers in the garden exude a faint fragrance, and the breeze blows, and the petals fall around the kitten. Monroe sat on a piece of soft green grass and looked up at the night sky. The stars twinkled before her eyes. They seemed to be elves in the garden, bringing a mysterious atmosphere to the night. In this garden, Monroe met a smart and friendly cat. The cat leads her around the temple, explaining mysterious symbols and ancient legends. There is a sacred atmosphere permeating the temple, as if it is recounting ancient prayers and blessings. Monroe followed the cat through the corridors of the temple and felt the historical stories conveyed among the ancient stone pillars. The walls of the temple are carved with intricate patterns that seem to tell a mysterious destiny. The temple at night is like a guardian, quietly guarding this magical garden. As the night progressed, Monroe felt an inner peace from her adventures in the Acropolis and the secret garden. She learns many things about friendship and wisdom, all of which will accompany her adventures and become part of beautiful dreams. In this mysterious and quiet night, Monroe discovered a magical beauty in life. Monroe continues her nightly adventure to one of Athens' most mysterious places, the Parthenon. Under the moonlight, the ancient temple looks solemn and mysterious. Monroe walked along the edge of the temple and felt the majesty of the ancient stone pillars and the precipitation of history. She discovered a mysterious corner hidden in the temple, which exuded a faint fragrance. This is a small courtyard decorated with flowers and ancient statues, which seems to be a bridge connecting ancient and modern times. Kittens roam the grounds and feel the blessings of ancient gods. There is an ancient pavilion in the corner of the courtyard, and a mysterious crystal ball is placed in the pavilion. When Monroe gently touched the crystal ball, a strange light spread across the courtyard. The kitten's soul seemed to resonate with this magical crystal ball, and she felt a kind of tranquility and harmony in this mysterious brilliance. Monroe wanders into the temple's halls, where ancient murals depict myths and legends. The tranquility in the temple seems to be a kind of magic, and the kitten is immersed in this beautiful and mysterious space. The ancient stones record the history of sacrifices, as if telling her about the glory of the past. On the high platform of the temple, Monroe looked at the night view of the city. The moonlight shone on her hair, like a blessing from the gods in the temple. She felt protected by the ancient temple, as if she had become a part of this sacred building. As the night progressed, Monroe left the Parthenon and embarked on a new adventure. With the blessing of the temple, her mind became more peaceful. With mysterious power, the kitten continued to move deeper into the night to meet more wonderful adventures. In this ancient and magical night, Monroe's adventure stories become more and more fascinating, while also bringing her inner peace. Monroe left the temple and followed the ancient streets back to the city center of Athens. The night wind was slightly cool, and the moonlight shone on the ancient buildings, illuminating the entire city. The kitten wandered along the melody of the music and discovered the beautiful sounds of the Athenian night that were hard to ignore. The sound of music seemed to float in the night sky, and Monroe followed the sound to a city square. There was an unforgettable concert going on there, and the lights reflected the cheerful beating notes, like stars in the city. In the square, the kitten saw various musical instruments. Someone is playing the guitar softly. Someone is playing the melodious flute, and someone is beating the drum with a distinctive rhythm. Their music is like a symphony of the city at night, playing a beautiful melody for the entire city. Monroe sat in a corner of the square, closed her eyes, and immersed herself in the ocean of music. The notes danced gently in her ears, like a group of light butterflies flying in the night sky with joy. This wonderful music adds warmth and joy to the city's nights. As the music progresses, the city square turns into a large stage. People danced cheerfully, and the kitten couldn't help but sway to the rhythm of the music. Everyone freely released their inner joy in the music, as if the whole city was immersed in this wonderful note. The night wind blew Monroe's hair, and she felt the joy and relaxation brought by the music. The city night is like a cheerful stage, and every note is a love of life and laughter. In this beautiful night of music, Monroe found peace of mind. She was deeply immersed in the rhythm of the city night and continued her night adventure with joy and satisfaction. After the music night, Monroe continued to wander in the Athens night. She followed a path and came to the edge of the city, a quiet corner overlooking the night view of the entire city. The kitten sat on a piece of soft green grass and looked up at the stars. The stars in the night sky shine like diamonds, forming a dazzling sea of stars. Monroe was immersed in the beauty of the starry sky. She felt that there seemed to be a special connection between the stars, and they were quietly listening to her heart. As the breeze blew by, Monroe closed her eyes, as if entering a spiritual dialogue. She begins to ponder the mysteries of life and reflect on her adventures in Athens. The stars seemed to convey a sense of tranquility and comfort to her, making her feel that she was an interconnected part of the universe. In the silence of the night, Monroe felt her heart gradually calm down. The starry sky was like a huge mirror, reflecting the joy and peace deep within her. The kitten felt a silent, spiritual joy, as if establishing a subtle emotional connection with the starry sky. During this spiritual conversation under the stars, Monroe began to gain a deeper understanding of herself and the world around her. She felt inner peace and tranquility, as if she had found a unique comfort in the company of the stars. The night wind gently blew the kitten's hair, bringing her thoughts into a quiet and mysterious state of mind. Under the stars, Monroe bathed in the tranquility of the universe. This moment became a special episode in her adventure. In this peaceful and beautiful night, the kitten's mind was deeply relaxed, laying a more peaceful foundation for entering a pleasant dreamland. Monroe continues her nighttime adventure through the city's alleys and discovers a cozy and secluded corner. In this corner, a group of small animals are gathering together, sharing stories and laughter with each other. The kitten walked into this friendly party and saw an enthusiastic little rabbit, a clever squirrel, and a quiet hedgehog. They form a small circle, like a warm family. This party is full of friendship, and every little animal is sharing their adventures and happiness in the city. Monroe joined this warm little family, and together they discussed the beauty of life and shared their expectations for the future. In this small gathering, the fire of friendship warmed every heart and made the bond between each other stronger. The little animals laughed together and shared the beauty of the night. The moonlight shines on them through the treetops, lighting up this corner of friendship like a soft light. Monroe felt this warmth, and she found that she was no longer an adventurer, but a member of a deep friendship. In this warm friendship gathering, the kittens learn more about the importance of cooperation and support. They join hands with each other, face the city night together, and share warm stories together. At night, this alley turned into a paradise full of laughter and warmth, which brought joy and tranquility to Monroe's soul. Monroe felt a special sense of security in the company of friendship. This night, the warm friendship becomes a bright star in her adventure, lighting up her path forward. On this reassuring night, Monroe's friendship with her new friends was like a bright light, bringing her deep joy and tranquility. Monroe's friendship with her new friends gradually became a bright star in the night, lighting up the entire alley. The night was deep, and the starlight shone on them as if it was a gift from the universe that lit up for this beauty. The little animals sat together under the stars, bathing in the quiet night breeze. They closed their eyes and felt the warmth of the stars, as if they had entered a dream world. At this peaceful moment, Monroe's mind also entered a pleasant dreamland with the tranquility of the night. The stars twinkle in the night sky like elves in the universe, bringing blessings to every soul immersed in dreamland. The little animals in the alley sleep peacefully, and their dreams are full of laughter and warmth. Monroe lay on the green grass, feeling the protection of the stars, and her dreams were filled with beautiful fantasies of friendship and adventure. The night wind blows, gently shaking the treetops, and the starlight shines on every leaf. The whole alley seemed to be covered by a mysterious veil, quiet and peaceful. Monroe's mind became one with the night, and her dreams became a wonderful adventure filled with starlight and warmth. In the starlight dream, Monroe experienced friendship, music, temples, gardens, spiritual conversations, and warm gatherings. All these beautiful moments intertwined into a beautiful picture in her heart. The tranquility of the night injected gentle power into her soul, allowing her to fall into a deep dream and enjoy peace and comfort. Starlight Dream is a happy ending. The kitten's adventure finds its home in this tranquility. As the night progressed, Monroe and her new friends fell asleep together, filling the alley with tranquility and beauty. I hope every reader will find peace of mind in Starlight Dream and enter a beautiful and warm sleep.